Rick Wurster, President, CEO, Charles Schwab. Thank you for being with us here at Schwab Impact. It's huge, it's the biggest ever.
It is our biggest ever. It's so great to see the enthusiasm here, the spirit of helping clients. This industry's grown so much, and the fact that we've got a record audience here is testament to that.
It's been incredible. We've had so many great guests and conversations, but I want to start with the big news of Charles Schwab, and that is the acquisition of Forge Global, $660 million. Of course, Forge's stock surges on this news. What brings together the two companies?
It's about a few things. Number one, it's about providing access for our clients to private investments. And this has been an asset class that for a long time was only for the higher net worth. And with our acquisition of Ford, I think we'll be able to democratize access to privates. And so we're really excited about that. It is a growing market. There's $9 trillion of venture-backed companies. Many of those companies are looking for options for their employees to be able to sell some stock and create liquidity. And we're going to bring 46 million clients to the marketplace that may be buyers of that. And so it's a great opportunity for our clients to build wealth, diversify their portfolios, and for us to make a difference in a marketplace that could be more democratized.
And that's the whole thing, and that is your client strategy. You're always putting the client first, and this gives them the opportunity to get into something that folks didn't used to be able to get into, right? I mean, I know there's so many companies under the umbrella. I heard you mentioning some big names, SpaceX and Stripe and others, Anthropic. People have the ability to now have access to some of these names.
Yeah, one of the great things now about what we've created is for the everyday investor, they can come to Schwab and participate in alternatives in three ways. One, we've created a alternatives platform that has some of the leading alternatives managers on it. Number two is in this first quarter of next year, we will roll out a 40 Act fund that will be an index of the 60 biggest private companies in the United States. And any investor can come and buy that 40 Act fund and get access to privates in a very straightforward way. And then third, for those that want to own individual private companies like a SpaceX or an Anthropic because they would like the company for some particular reason, they'll be able to do that. And so we will now have, I think, the most robust private lineup in the industry.
I think it's so exciting also because you said companies stay private for longer, and so this gives them, the clients, the access to the wealth and the growth, and they get to see that. So congratulations on that acquisition announced here today, this morning, so that's a big deal. Let's get to also the quarterly report. Profit record, revenues record, trading record, number of new accounts record. I mean, you are now seeing, and you came on in January, we had such an exciting time with your launch. Tell me about the most recent quarter and the outlook.
Well, we came into the year in such a strong position. And I think we've really focused this year, as we have in prior years, on making sure we nail it for the clients. And we've seen that in terms of growth. Our growth is up 40% year over year. Our revenue's up 20%, 27% year over year, and our earnings are at an all-time high. But it all comes back to what you said earlier, seeing through clients' eyes, doing right by clients. If we do that, we're going to have a successful business.
It's pretty unbelievable to see now multi-year growth, and you made your first acquisition now in your CEO role. I mean, I know you've been with Schwab a long time, but as you start to look and have the outlook for the company, I mean, is this the platform going forward? What drives the company going forward? I'm going to get to some of the crypto products in a moment as well, but what's your vision at this time?
Well, for us, it all comes back to seeing through clients' eyes. If whether it's an RIA, a retail client, or one of our employer clients, if we do the right thing for them and help them in their financial life, we're going to be a growing company. The reason Forge fits in is because one of the great opportunities in front of us is to do more for our 46 million clients. And what Forge is about is taking a capability that our clients didn't have access to before and putting it on our platform. And with 46 million clients, that's going to create a lot of value in doing so. So we want to do more for our clients to make sure we deliver on the mission of making them better off in their financial life.
I was excited to see how many young folks were on board. I mean, I heard you say how Charles Schwab is everywhere on TikTok, and are you surprised to see how people, younger folks, want to invest? I had a young person say to me recently, I have $15,000. Do you think the market's going to pull back? Should I put it in? I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so young. And first of all, I don't give financial advice. But the fact that they're interested in investing, you're seeing more and more young people doing this, right?
Yeah, 1/3 of our new to firm households this year are Gen Zers, so between the ages of 13 and 28. And that's fantastic to see the future of our country coming to Schwab to be investors, and they come to Schwab because we can do more for the young investor than anyone else. We provide them the most robust platform. We provide them, I think, an incredible TV network where they can engage in what our experts are saying and what's happening in markets. We have incredible research. We've got people they can talk to locally or on the phone. So young investors can't get what they can get anywhere else. And I'll say one last thing, and you and I have kids about the same age. I said to my marketing department recently, why aren't we doing more to market to young people? And they said, we are. It's just you're not where we're marketing to young people. So we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube. We actually are the most followed financial services company on YouTube. So we are winning the young investor at Schwab.
And you know, there's so much education and tools. As you said, you could pick up the phone and get somebody. At the same time, you talked about at one point gambling versus investing. And that was something that you wanted to address. A quick thought on that.
Well, to me, there's a big difference between gambling and investing. Gambling can be a form of entertainment if you treat it as something you do in lieu of going to a movie or out on a date of some kind. You should think about gambling that way, not in lieu of investing. And what we've seen from some financial services companies is that they really are trying to conflate the two. Or on the same app, you can bet on the Monday Night Football game and invest in a stock that you want. And
right.
We have no problem with gambling. If people want to gamble, fine. What we want them to know is that there's a strong difference between gambling and investing. On gambling apps, only 5% of people that start on a gambling app pull more money out at the end than they put in.
Yeah.
On an investing app, you're, over the long run, going to make money.
And people want to see how their investments are doing and growing. You noted the growth that all your clients are seeing. And now we have 24 hours, 5 days a week trading, right? Tell me about that.
Well, just another way we're innovating on behalf of traders. We are the #1 trading company in America. We do 7.5 million trades a day. There's not a close second. And the package of what we can offer, whether it's our Thinkorswim platform, our different places to trade, again, the Schwab Network, which is a real differentiator. Our experts, I know you're having many of them on today, Mike Townsend and Liz Ann. These are the kinds of insights that traders want to hear. They also want 24/5 trading and a breadth of things to invest in. And that's why, again, why we're excited about this acquisition. I think our traders will love the opportunity to participate in some of these private companies, of which they know many.
And more folks now have access to these markets to have a piece of the wealth and the growth that all the different companies are seeing. And Charles Schwab does such a great job explaining it to them. Another area of growth, crypto, and that's something you and I have discussed, and you're seeing more and more interest and delving more into this. Tell me more about the Charles Schwab plan for crypto going forward, 2026, right?
Well, we always want to meet our clients where they are and what they're interested in. And our clients do have interest in crypto. We've seen a 90% growth in visits to our crypto research site, our investors and traders consuming our point of view on crypto. Our clients own 20% of all the crypto exchange traded products in the country. So our clients are getting invested, and for the vast majority of our clients, their interest in crypto is about participating in the asset, the fluctuations of the asset, not about transacting on the blockchain. And so as a result, the exchange traded products have filled that need. Now finally, in addition to that, we know some of our clients do want access to spot crypto, and we're planning on launching it in the first half of next year. So more to follow on that one.
So you've been in this role. The stock has soared over 25% since you took over this year. You made your first acquisition. You've had a record quarter with the growth. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I just would love to hear how you're enjoying your role. And I know you did a keynote here too, talking to the RIAs. Maybe just some final big picture thoughts.
Yeah, well, I believe so strongly in our mission. Our company for 50 years has stood to do the right thing for clients, to see through their eyes, to help them grow their financial wealth. And every innovation over 50 years is about putting more money in their pockets and helping them navigate financial markets. And I'm so proud to lead a company that is for good in markets. And incredibly grateful to Walt and Chuck, my two mentors, for being in this position.
Yeah, I loved when we had an interview together and when you were making the transition, and more branches, right? More accessibility
more
to
branches.
everybody, right? What's the plan for that?
Well, the plan for that is that we know that when we have a dedicated relationship with a client, the client's satisfaction scores go up 10 points. And they bring us 2.6 times the net new assets. So they do a lot more business with us. So we want to be in local communities, serving people and doing everything we can to help them in their financial life, and that's why we're expanding our branch footprint.
Well, I'm so glad to speak with you here at the Schwab Impact Conference. It's been very exciting, a lot of smart conversations going on. Rick Wurster, congratulations on an incredible quarter, a great year so far, always putting the client first in this acquisition today. Thank you so much for being on with us today and always. Rick Wurster.
I always love spending time with you. Thanks for having me on.
President and CEO at Charles Schwab. Thank you.